Welcome to the 5th episode of Fridays on the Farm. So the big news this week is that we finally got some rain. So it had been over 6 months since we've really had any rain, pretty much since the cyclone. But we woke up Wednesday morning pleasantly surprised to see over 2 inches of rain in the rain gauge. So that is excellent. It means that not only is the ground soft enough now to get a shovel into, but it also means that we haven't had to hand water the rest of the week. That means we've been able to do a lot of other things, including continuing on the fire break. I can actually hear some of the team right now working over in that direction in the new piece of land. And I don't know if you can see it over there, but there is quite a bit of smoke in the air. And that is because there's a big fire going on the other side of that hill. So we hope that the fire break does its job and that does not get onto that new piece of land that we have. Now with the rain that fell this week, it has us thinking a little bit and shifting gears a little bit because we know that the rainy season is coming. I don't think this was the kickoff to the rainy season. It's still pretty early, but hopefully within the next month or so that will happen. So one of the major issues that we have here during the rainy season, which is our main crop growing season, is that we have a ton of erosion. So our farm, as well as every other farm in this area, is very hilly. It means that when the water falls, it just runs. So last year, while we were clearing this area, what we did is we cut all the brush and laid it in rows like this behind me. And we've actually divided this big field here into 7 different sections, or 7 terraces. Now each terrace is still rather sloped, so we still suffered a lot of erosion this past year, but only from one barrier to the other. So we've been scratching our heads trying to think of what can we do to reduce the amount of erosion, because we're continually losing topsoil. The only thing that we've really come up with is that we just need to terrace this. Now, as much as I would love to wait for our little backhoe to arrive here, honestly, we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. And we pray that the rainy season arrives earlier than the container is scheduled to arrive. So, with that in mind, we are going to try to do some terracing by hand this year. It is going to be a lot of work, but we think that little by little over the next few years, if we're just able to dig from the top side of each terrace and throw it over the barrier to the lower side of the next terrace, over the next couple of years, we'll be able to even out these fields and hopefully reduce significantly the amount of erosion that happens here. And that way we won't lose nearly so much water and topsoil. Besides this, we've also been planting pumpkins. So today we finished our pumpkin patch. Pumpkins are something I know well, something we grew a ton of back in Michigan. Almost all of them were sold for decorative purposes. Here they are a major food item. Not only do people eat the pumpkins themselves, but pumpkin leaves are highly sought after. Now anyone who's grown pumpkins or knows what a pumpkin leaf looks like would not think it looks very appetizing. It is spiny and fuzzy, but if it is prepared well, it is actually very nice. So we have planted out 4 different types of pumpkins here. We're curious to see which kinds grow best. So as long as we have some timely rains over the next few weeks before the real rainy season comes, we think they should grow well. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will have pumpkins and pumpkin leaves to eat. That's about it from the farm this week. As always, if you'd like to keep up on what's going on here at New Harvest Farm, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions for us that you'd like us to answer, please put them in the comments.